What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We've got day number 117 for you. It is February 20th. I am now 23. Yeah, weird number. I feel old. Ugh, 23. Ugh. So, per usual, like we always do, we got 1 minute with God here. But I want to show you guys something. I got a new puppy. Got a puppy, y'all. Look at this. His name is Melvin. That little boy. He's a miniature dachshund, and he's literally a spitting image of my childhood dog. So he's just adorable. But yeah, February 20th. Today's lesson is on presence. What are some benefits of being in God's presence? When you remain in God's presence, you have freedom, joy, and courage to face whatever life brings your way. Do not be discouraged when challenges come. You always have help at your side. Be strong in the knowledge that God is with you. God's response. Now, the Lord is the Spirit, and wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, He gives freedom. 2 Corinthians 3:17. You will show me the way of life, granting me the joy of your presence and the pleasures of living with you forever. Psalm 16:11. I command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. God's promise. When you go through deep waters and great trouble, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you. Isaiah 43:2. Lesson is very, very simple. What are some benefits of being in God's presence is that you are able to be strong and courageous and just in the knowledge that God is with you. When it says, when you go through deep waters and great trouble, I will be with you. I want you guys to understand that having God with you doesn't mean you will not suffer, storms, and a great quote that I've heard and I've, posted on my accounts is like, just because God is in your boat does not mean you won't face terrible storms. It just means that your boat will not sink. And that's true. It was such a true quote. I love it so much, is because a lot of people have the misconception of, or they want to portray the fact that, oh, you follow Jesus, all your problems will be gone. That's not true. That is not true at all. It's more of when you have Jesus at your side and He's in your corner, you have someone to go through life with. And you have someone that, even when you might be hitting rock bottom, you know that Jesus is the rock at the bottom. And the only way from there is up. So, very simple lesson on the day, you guys. But again, I'm 23 years old, but that does not mean, just because it's my birthday, does not mean that we're going to stop or we're going to rest or we're going to do stuff like that. Does not mean that. We are going to get inside per usual, just like we do every single freaking day, and we're going to get after it. That's it. So, cheers to me, cheers to you for watching. That's all I got for you. Let's get inside. We'll get after the shoulder day. It's going to be a quick shoulder day. I'm going to get in, I'm going to get out, and that's going to be it. It is very, very short. Always, always, always a short day on shoulders. Love it. Let's get to it. I know if you see dark circles or something, I didn't get much sleep last night, so yeah. Cheers, you guys. Cheers. Like I said, the Woke AF was more sour, way more sour. So, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, and then I will see you guys inside at either the machine press or the dumbbells. I haven't done the dumbbells in a while, but I've already told you guys why I don't like to do dumbbells, or not why I don't like to do them. It's why I like to do the machines more, is because you're not reliant on the stabilizers as much, and it's one path of movement, so it just allows you to focus on actually pushing with that muscle more than just trying to balance the weight. So it's kind of why I do it, but we'll see. And when we get inside, I haven't done dumbbells in a while. I kind of might want to try it, but at the same time, I am very, very, very tired right now. So the weight that we do, amount of weight that we do, might not be the same as we usually do. So yeah, we'll kind of get to that, cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, I'll see you guys inside. We'll see how we feel. All right. So we have only got 3 plates on here today. Like I said, I'm pretty fucking tired right now. I didn't get much sleep last night. Granted, that's my own fault, but I don't know why. I was falling asleep on the way here. So it doesn't mean we're not going to work hard. Just, we're going to lighten the load a little bit and just focus more on control. Otherwise, I'd just be throwing around some ego weight.
Many people won't understand that. Fuck them. People don't have to understand.
keep it there. It's fun. I mean, so tired. Wow. I'll do a fucking number on you for real. Whew. Let's move on. Same thing for the machine. I've explained this multiple times, but the reason that I use this over, say, a dumbbell, side lateral raise, whatever you want to call it, is because when you do the dumbbells, it's much easier to go, and I fell victim to this myself. It's much easier to throw it up from here to here. That's a trap movement. So people like to throw it up first with their traps from here to here. You throw it up with the traps and you pretend like you're doing that side lateral. This basically takes that out of the equation and you're just strictly focusing on that side lateral because it's out in front of you, one, but two, I can't really throw it, up with the lats first and then throw it out. It has to go out. So it's kind of why I do this, but let's just get to it. A little bit less weight than we usually do. Maybe do like 65 kilograms, I think is what we did last time, but like I said, I'm fucking exhausted right now, so just get into it. Nice clean reps here.
Training to be the be-all and end-all of bodybuilding. And after training for such a long period of time, I have settled on the notion that there is huge inter-individuality to our training needs. So at one point, my needs will be different to my needs at another time. So although I will say at this point in my life I'm training this way and that is the best for me now, that is not necessarily the best for me at a previous point or the future. And equally, my needs...
Feels good. Move to the rear delts now. Per usual, grab you one of these little things, usually meant for the ankle, but we're gonna wrap that around our wrists here. Eliminate any grip strength factor from being a limiting factor. So, pretty simple. 50 pounds on the rack, let's just get into it. I'm always going to use this. But since I don't have that little blue thing to keep me, stable, I'm just gonna push up against this thing right here. That's about it, so.
I wish I was special. I miss you so much. I wish so fucking special. I had nothing changing. You had a choice. But I would.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you can tell I'm definitely exhausted. Whew. I think I failed on the 7th just then. I'll show you guys it from the side, back side there.
Because you got to be a little mental, I think, to do what I did. I don't want to sound crazy, but you have to be a little fucked up. The fucking mindset of like getting up every day and pushing yourself. And you're eating 12 to 16 ounces of meat and 100 to 150 grams of carbs.
That's good. I know today was shorter. No traps today. I feel like my traps are pretty well developed where, if I have a day like this, I'm able to kind of just get over that, not really have to do it. I have a really, really good developed trap, so we're gonna just move it along to the post and we'll get out of here. Yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, y'all, it's gonna do it day number 117. I know it's a little bit shorter of a day. Like I said, I'm actually exhausted right now. I was like almost falling asleep on the way here. That is my own fault, nobody else's. I'm the only one to blame for that because I did not get much sleep last night. So, let's just get straight into the poster real quick. We got out here on the day, man. I'm pretty tired. I want to go enjoy my day with my new puppy, and that's about it, really. Yeah, let's get into it. So like we usually do all the time, every time, if you're new here, just joining us, we do a flex and unflex to show you the reality of everything, bodybuilding, whatever it may be. But I want to show you guys the real, the real stuff, the real me, And the real me is not standing here like this talking to you. The real me is like this talking to you. So just want you guys to understand that. You know, it's all about posing, it's all about lighting, it's all about the camera, it's all about everything. So let's get into it. How about it? So starting off with the unflex, we're gonna go through it real quick. Very simple. Flexed. So how do I do it? Abs. We're gonna flex the abs first, and it's very easy to flex the abs while you talk. So I can flex my abs and speak to you guys. Same, like nothing's going on, right? So abs are gonna come in first. Roll my shoulders forward like I'm doing a really, really big slouch, and then I'm going to flex the triceps and bring the biceps in. And that's gonna give me that overall nice looking physique here. Like I said, my traps are pretty, you know, really good. I would say not overdeveloped, but they're pretty much, you know, developed to a point where I like them. So there are days where I can, you know, if I don't feel good like this, I can just skip the traps. But everything else I do like to train no matter what. So this is it.
Keep fucking pushing forward and keep doing it, you know. It's just, I made a decision, I'm sticking to my decision, and that's all there is to it, you know. And, you know, a lot of people have to think I'm fucking crazy for doing what I'm doing. You know what, I am fucking crazy. I'm the first one to admit that I'm fucking crazy. I've been crazy my whole fucking life.
The more you put into anything in life, the more you're going to get out. Now, for whatever reason, people understand this. And they understand that the more you put into building a business, the more you're going to get out of it. The more hours you spend working on anything, the more you are going to get out.
Whatever it is in life, you can flip it and make it a good thing, you know, and a lot of times, you know, things might happen for a reason, and you can look at it that way and you know, turn it into a positive.
Alright, y'all, that's going to conclude us day number 117. That is it, shoulder day. Pretty simple day. Again, I feel like I am going to split this up soon, but I have my MRI for the elbow this upcoming Tuesday at 2:30, so I will let you guys know how that turns out. Hopefully we won't need any surgery. Hopefully nothing's too wrong to where it's not fixable. But, you know, I definitely want to get this figured out for good because, you know, it really sucks to have to go through this, you know, every 6 months, I guess, really, because I got it fixed once, and then 3 months later it was gone. Now 6 months later it's back. Yeah, so, you know, I just hope I can get this fixed, but we're going to get back to you guys with whatever goes on with this MRI. I will definitely let you guys know. But my advice on the day, what is it going to be? So it sounds cliche to say it, but the self-talk that you do, it really does matter, y'all. It really does, because I want you guys to understand something that, for example, right? Say I told you guys, oh, let's think about a red car for a second. When you go driving down the road next time you go driving, all you're gonna see or all you're gonna notice are red cars, because that's what your mind was thinking about. I say, hey, think about a red car. That's what your mind is going to look for, and that's what your mind's going to, you know, prove of its existence, if that makes sense. So when you think about something, your mind is always gonna look for it. So that's just a little tiny example, but it's the same thing as, say I'm always negative, right? I used to be depressed. I used to be, you know, if somebody's in the screen or they're watching this YouTube video and they're depressed, I used to be that way. And the only way that I got out of it, I didn't go to therapy, I didn't do anything like that. I talked to myself. You know, it may sound crazy, you may sound like a lunatic. I don't really care. It was the one thing that was able to, it was the one thing that helped me, was to look in the mirror and talk to myself and tell myself this story that wasn't true, but I had to make myself believe it. So when I would look at myself in the mirror when I was younger and I was depressed, it was, why do you look like this? You know, you're such a fucking loser. You're this, you're this, you're this. You're terrible. You're so bad. Like, you look terrible. You're ugly. Like, yada, yada, yada. I would always wonder, like, why I had all these things. Like, why me, blah, blah, blah. Playing the victim, basically. And it wasn't until that I looked in the mirror and I told myself this lie of, you know, whatever I didn't like about myself, I would look into myself in the mirror and I would say, you know what, that's great about you. I love that about you. You know, I hated my smile. I love your smile. Like, you know, you have to tell yourself these lies. Eventually your mind is going to believe it. Give it 2 weeks. I promise you 2 weeks, you will change. You will start to see it change because you'll start to look for positive things. Your mind will start to look for positive things. And when you do tell yourself things like that, your mind's looking for things to reinforce that thought, that belief. So, your mind doesn't really know the difference between reality and fake, what's true and what's not. So if you think that something, you know, about yourself is not, you don't like something about yourself, you think, oh, I'm ugly, oh, I'm this, I'm a loser, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. Your mind is going to look for things in your life to prove that. So you know, that was something I struggled with for a very, very long time. I was very, very depressed. I didn't have many friends. It was hard for me to make friends. You know, people that I did make friends with, they called me annoying. I wasn't letting in friend groups. You know, I had to clean the dog shit off with someone's shoes just to get into a friend group, and then be dropped by that friend group the same way. Always is annoying. So I just, you know, I went through this wave of depression that's like, why am I such a loser? You know, and then my mind would go to look for certain things that were proving that belief system that I had, that I was that loser. And it's until you go to yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself these lies day in and day out, you build this narrative, you build this story, you say, look, you put yourself here. Instead of blaming others and playing the victim, blame yourself. You put yourself here, let's fix it, we're gonna fix it. And, you know, I think that's gonna be my advice on the day is like, look, man, the self-talk is so crucial to having a positive mind and really just loving life, honestly. Because there was times where I really did not wanna be here at all. But when I started to talk to myself and tell myself these stories and start building my own narrative instead of just playing this victim narrative, life got so much better. And again, I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect and I do this every day. Like, you know, I still struggle to do this self-talk thing every day, and it's like an on and off thing because, you know, some days you believe it, some days you don't, but at the same time, if you were just constantly thinking about the negative in your life, all that's around you is just gonna be negative. I promise you that. But if you can start to say, instead of why me, what is this trying to teach me? Stuff like that. Stop making it a negative, start making it, flip it and turn it into a positive. That's when your life will start to change. So that's my little piece of advice on the day. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys learned something from these videos. I really do enjoy making them, and I'm just gonna keep doing them until I'm successful with them one day. I know I will be, because God's gonna open that door for me. If he doesn't, it's his will, and I have to accept that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, man. That's gonna do it. Day number 117, and I'm gonna go have a good rest of my birthday. 23, freaking old weirdo, whatever. But birthday shoulders, pretty cool stuff. That's gonna do it though. Day number 117. And with all that being said, I will see you guys next time.